You guys just say what's up to the camera, tell us who you are and where we're at right now?
Yo, what's good? It's Jaja, aka Ben Roby, aka Sonic. This is Tully Pan. We are the Sonic. We out here in Bushwick, Brooklyn. Play your life away. Play your life away. Press play.
That's perfect, guys. That's great. Can I get you to just look down and just like look back up? Yeah, that's great. Just like that. Then back up to the camera. Awesome. Just do that a couple more times. It looks great. Awesome. All right, perfect. All right, action. All right, so who are you guys? You can just talk to me and ignore the camera. So could you introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from?
Well, I'm Tully.
I'm Ben Roby.
I'm with Ninja Sonic. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Well, I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
From the Bronx, New York.
Unfortunately, he's from the Bronx.
How did you guys meet up and start playing music together?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it music, man. It's like a lifestyle thing we do, man. It's like we don't even rehearse, man. We just hang out on stage, just. Nah, I'm joking. I'm trying to warm up because it's hot.
That's perfect. Just go for it.
But we met through the community. I feel as though I was drumming in my uncle's band, and then when I was rehearsing there. Like I met, you know, him and the other bandmate, and then we just, you know, our former bandmate. We met during rehearsals, and that's where we met. But we met previously before that skating.
Yeah,
It's community. We met through the community.
Straight up met him through skating. Our old bandmate. Met him on a different occasion. I came home one day and we're like, yo, I know this kid. Like, kind of crazy.
During the Sparks days. But like I said, it was basically the community that brought us together because before, like even it was a Ninja Sonic involved, like we met on a skate day. And my homeboy I was skating with introduced me to him, like, yo man, you gotta meet this kid, he's a dope DJ. So when I met him, it's like it was cool and we just hooked up and I would see him skating through my mom's block in the community. And then when all the later, you know, the music things came involved and it all came together perfectly.
When you're saying about a lifestyle thing, it probably is about a lifestyle, right? Can you kind of talk about that?
Well, Ninja Sonic is like a way of life, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all catered to like what they might call the Peter Pan syndrome. We're just a bunch of dudes who just, you know, we still stuck into the things that raised us and the things that we grew up on. We still love those things and still like that's the catalyst of our lifestyle. And it's so many other people that feel the same way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
It's like being grown doesn't mean you necessarily have to grow up, be responsible, but don't lose your imagination. And that's what we represent.
You know what I'm saying? And it just becomes a thing where it's like, we don't meet up, hey, let's meet up here and there. We just like, every day we're just like, he's kicking it there, I'm kicking it here. And then, you know, like, we've brought so many people together. Like, it's just through the parties, through the events, it's just like a lifestyle. We turned like Brooklyn into this humongous playground. Feels like high school.
Yeah.
And is that something that was natural, or did you guys have to, like, did it kind of just mold into that, or is it something you worked for?
We make it up as we go along,
Yeah,
bro.
it's all organic.
Like we never even be like, hey, let's make this kind of song, or hey, let's do this at a show. Everything is like it's off impulse. It's organic. It's organic, man. And it's just like we never, you know, as we went along, when we first started, it was just like fun. And even now, like when we go in there, we like, how you feel today? When we in the studio, you know, and then we're just like everything. It just happens, you know. It never, ever, nothing's ever like we're gonna do it like this now. Then we're gonna do it like everything. And you know, this may sound crazy to some people, but the universe, man, it guides you. Like if you just put out, what we put out, it like gives us the tools as we go along, and the pieces just all fall into place.
That's really good. That's great. Can you guys talk about kind of like early music memories from like growing up in New York and being kids, and some stuff that stands out to you?
Yeah, I would say like high school, first few years of high school, I was like heavily into like breakdancing and like going to like b-boy events, like traveling. Like I'm going to Queens, and like you going with like a crew of your homies from the Bronx, and you have your crews, and just like to this day I still see people that's still involved with like the b-boy scene, and I'm listening to music that was made when my mom was like a teenager, and like even so, like the movie like Star Wars, my mom was in the movie. Like, oh, I was at that concert, and for me,
Your mom was in Star Wars?
This is Star Wars, but like her pointing out, like, man, I wish I was there, but I'm still living it through too. Like kids will even say like, yo, I was at the first Ninja Sonic show, and like that means a lot to me because there's kids that didn't know each other, and now they're in bands, and they perform with us, or like they're blowing up now. Like it's kind of like we're passing the torch along.
I felt like with me, growing like we're a punk rap band. So it's like he is like the ultimate. Like I used to call him the last American b-boy. Like he's like all about like skating and like just like dancing and punk rap and shit, this stuff, punk and stuff. So it's like what makes us a punk rap band is like he's the punk and like, I'm also rap. So it's like my whole thing growing up was rap, Like I remember my uncle first, he had like a Slick Rick. We used to every day we'd come home and watch Video Music Box together. We had a Slick Rick tape, Children's Story. It was the first tape I had. He let me hold it. I learned it from front to back. And I was like a kid, like like 7, 8 or something, like and just rapping that whole thing. And growing up, man, I just was always infatuated with rap. Like I used to do the thing where you put the one tape in one side with the beat and the blank tape and record your rhyme. So I just always I always loved rap forever. So it's like when we came together, it's just like he brings the punk element and then I bring the rap element. And as we progress, now he's like one of the best rappers I know. It's like we just feed off each other and just become one vessel at this point. But yeah, I think growing up, rap was really it was intense to me, But I grew up in the church background. I used to play the drums in church too, so it's like things just come to me, like with rhythms, and it's never too far-fetched. But between like rap and then like growing up in the church and playing the drums and understanding rhythms, I think that was like a lot for me.
That's perfect. Can you guys talk about performing, like what you enjoy about performing and like what your kind of like ultimate performance, like what you like how if you could throw like a party performance, like what would it be and why do you like that type of performance?
When it's weird when you step onto a stage and you kind of transform into a different being. Like at least for me, whenever I get on stage, like right now I might seem like really shy and quiet, but then I get on stage and I'm jumping around and like interacting with the crowd, like literally staring someone down in the crowd and making them either feel uncomfortable or acknowledged, more or less acknowledged, where you have a connection with someone. Even like we'll play shows and we'll stop the music. Like, wait a minute, that one person isn't paying attention. Everybody point at that one person because they're not paying attention. No. If one person's not paying attention, then it's not worth it at that point. But being able to like have that, it's like you have this weird power. Like you have a microphone in your hand and you're touching people's souls. I don't know exactly how to explain it. It's like
it's energy. It's
this weird energy, and then as soon as it's over, it's like it existed right then and there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like when we go out there, our first, one of our first dopest records was Tight Pants Wearing Nigga, and we had to like tour the country in a sleeping bag and play this record in like little dive bars in Kansas, where it's like all white people, At the end of the day, it's like tight pants wearing ass nigga, and it's like, once one person feeds us the energy, we take it and we give it back. It's like, so when you have like when we go from there and then play in front of like thousands and hundreds, it's like they all just like, man, Ninja, fucking son. Can we curse? Are we cursing in this?
We can kind of round it.
So
You shouldn't, try not to.
so we be like Ninja, Sonic, we are Sonic, Ninja. We do a chant. We are Sonic, Ninja, Sonic, we are Sonic, Ninja. And then once you hear all them people giving you that energy, we just give it back to them, you know. And it just becomes this thing where you just giving energy. And we've done it all. Like not, I wouldn't say it all, but we done played in like we played in this thing called Hoodstock in Oakland where we all climbed on top of a roof and was rapping on the roof, and then kids would stay like, jumping off the roof into the crowd.
Yeah, it's like this boat, and kids were like stage diving into the boat where there was a mosh pit going on in a boat, and there's 3 Cadillacs in this
And it's like
yard.
a yard, you know what I'm saying? So
And
we went from there to like Austin City Limits and like opening up like one of the first bands, and it's like people still wiping coal out there and still bringing it. So we love it, man. We could like we turn anything into like a stage, man. When we first started, we was like in bars in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? And it was like he would jump on the bar and rap, you know what I mean? The kids would just go crazy and crowd surfing and all that. We was like one of the first really like black rap incorporated groups to actually start mosh pits, you know what I'm saying? So it was. We love it, you know. We didn't. One of our EP release party, they had a marching band of kids come and play out
Yeah.
with us rapping. So it's like,
And then just recently we saw one of those kids, and he's like, I was in junior high school when I
it's like you guys don't age, man.
It's like, whoa. Yeah.
He's like, Dad, you guys did a release party. I'm like, yeah, we did a few of them. He's like, yo, I was there. I was in the marching band. He's like, man, you guys don't age. You know, like.
That's cool. So it's more about kind of like just good energy and just interacting with the crowd than it is a specific venue. Is that right?
Energy, it's all about energy. Even when we create, man, it could be one thing in a room that doesn't belong there, and then it's off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people may, you know, it's some people that get caught up into energy freaks, and, you know, it's real, you know? Like, right now, like, if it don't feel right, say if you were, like, whack, we would be like, man, whatever, man, yours. And it would be off. You cool, your energy is good. So when people come to see us, they come to, like, have fun. When you, it's Ninja Sonic, you coming to have fun. You coming to, like, leave, you checking your problems at the door. You ready to just be like, good times. And it's just like, you bring that energy to us, we give it back to you. Like,
And another thing that's super important is the fact that we actually hang out. The fans have become our friends.
Yeah.
And we hang out with them on a regular basis. It's not like, oh,
You might never remember
you're
your
this
name,
person
but-
in this band. Like, yo, I love you. You're awesome. Like, yo, what's your name? You're awesome too. Like, what you doing later? Like, skating. You want to go skate? I see you got a skateboard. Let's go skate. It's not like, oh my God, can I have your autographs? Like, what's in the autograph? That means nothing. I'd rather be your friend.
That's great. Could you guys talk about like transitions to play? So like you kind of just tell us what play means to you and how you kind of incorporate it into your music. I mean, it sounds like it's already naturally a part of what you do. If there's any kind of statement you could say.
The
just
verb
about,
play?
Just about, yeah, it could be super abstract.
or is there an at play that we didn't get briefed on? Play. Let's go play. Let's go play. That's like play is like it's like action go. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like we got you know what's really crazy about play? They'd be like, yo, we're gonna go play a show. Like that's our life. Like we're playing a show. You know, anytime I meet somebody, it's like, what can I give them? You know what I mean? So if I see you in the street and you're like, what's going on? We kicking, I'm like, yo, man, we playing a show next week, or when's your next show? We play a show. So it's like, play is like everything. That's our whole catalyst of how we, like, you know, that's what we give to you. Us playing is
Yeah.
like, that's our gift to you, to everybody. Like, you know, like we see somebody, it's like, you know, he the type of dude, he'd be like, yo, man, you can have this. And it's like, yo, why'd you give him that, man? I gave that to you. And it's like, he just wanted something to give. And, you know, what we give people is the fact that we could play a show for you.
Non-stop.
That's pretty
never,
good, man.
Never,
Yo, that
never
was
going
quote
backwards.
that one.
That's great. Do you want to add anything about play?
Yeah, just never looking back, always moving forward. Being consistent.
So he asked you to say not the dictionary version of the word. He wanted you to
I
say
know.
what you felt about the word.
I said it.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. That's good for the interview. We'll start with just some performances. So, you guys have a song?
You
wanna do?
listen to Ninja Sonic at all? Which song you want us to do?
I don't know, man. It's so hard because